Now, Ryan, how do you think Jake Paul is good for boxing or bad?
In some ways he's good. In some ways it's kind of bad.
Because he's bringing new eyeballs, right? Like,
don't you always want it? You always want an audience, to jump on board and help grow the sport, right?
If it does, yeah. I mean, I'm all for it.
What's the bad part?
The bad part that it kind of looks like a gimmick, right? I mean,
well, the bad part,
but aren't we past that though with him?
No, but some people
today changes
not
the
really.
gimmick.
Though.
No?
I've heard a lot of people are like, oh, this is scripted. Like they just think it's fake. Like it's kind of like corny, like WWE type of.
Do you think the
Yeah,
sport
you're
is?
saying that as a boxer, but can I tell you as a viewer, I think he's playing it really smart. I mean, he's not saying the matches that he has lined himself up with now. He's not going for. I think if he wanted clickbait, he could go for people that are so much bigger where he'd be knocked out. I think he's playing it. He's getting better and better each fight. I think he's really taking it seriously. And as a kid who used to watch boxing, boxing was the biggest thing in the world. And these guys were superstars and used to show up at these events. And everybody from all over the world, whether they were in entertainment, sports, business, would show up. There aren't any stars at this moment. So for him to be bringing eyeballs, and for him to be, in my mind, taking it as seriously as he seems to be taking it, the good outweighs the bad.
That's the right perspective. When you say there's no stars, like I know you guys aren't huge in boxing, like he's probably he's top 3 in boxing.
But he'll bring more eyes to you even with these things. With these fights.
Yeah, maybe.
I think for Ryan, what he's saying, like with his pedigree and the way he came up, boxing in his uncle's freaking basement, which is a great uncle.
He had a following and then jumped into the sport. Is that
and
what's
you're
a little
talking about
bit?
a guy who's been through, the trials and tribulations to come to what he's become right now. So for Jake to have an audience and jump on over and then get these eyeballs,
but in a way,
I don't think I'm mad at that part. I'm not even mad at anything. I just thought, like, what could be the good part, what could be the bad part.
It's because he's white, right?
Good part that he brings the eyeballs and brings more people to the sport. I think that's the great thing. The bad thing is sometimes it could leave a sour taste in people that take it serious. So I was just thinking the pros and cons.
But also in this day and age,
the pros way outweigh the cons.
Way outweigh. And also 100%. We're in a day and an age where, and that's what we're sitting on right now, social media.
100%.
So social media, you would normally, when I was a kid, just see a really good fight. And you didn't know. And there's so many conspiracy theorists that say this isn't real.
Right.
That'll start to go away. Like Bilal Muhammad had a great quote. He goes, "When the hate doesn't work, they start to tell lies." So there's been so much hate towards Jake Paul. There's been so much hate towards Logan Paul. That's not really working. They keep getting bigger and bigger. Then all of a sudden you see, like somebody posted, "Oh, here's a script for tonight's fight." Has 2.2 million views. Or some guy created a fake video. I watched the fight when Jake knocked out Woodley or when Jake knocked out another guy. We're like, oh, look, it's fake. And they edit it to look like he doesn't hit him. But you can see clear as day he rocks him.
Right.
A lot of people, like the common fans, and to your point with social media, that video of him faking that he knocked him out, I don't know, 30 million views. Right. The fight only got maybe 1 million views. So if the narrative is, oh, it's fake, people that aren't in the fight business go, oh, it's all scripted, it's fake. So because when the hate doesn't work, the lies have to work.
But that's not just sports. That's the world. That's
our
the world.
Unfortunately, yes.
So nobody is living in. We're all living in our own reality. Whatever we decide, whatever our algorithm is, and comes our way. But that being said, overall, this is phenomenal for the sport.
Well, don't you think?
And I know he's taking it seriously.
Don't you think it's
that's why? That's why I appreciate him, because I've seen him train. Like he could do anything. Jake and Logan could play checkers and get millions of dollars, but they decided to do the toughest route in all of professional sports. Being a boxer is a nightmare. And so for them to do that, and then also what Jake is doing is right now I have two young. Yes, he's stepping up and he's taking it smart and slow. And the audience goes, "We want to see him fight Ryan Garcia. We'll see him fight a Canelo." It's like, whoa, easy. He's stepping it up. And then also I have 2 young boys. If I show them boxing right now, they're young. They're like, I don't want to do this. I show them UFC. They're like, oh my God, this is amazing. But when you have guys like Ryan, you have guys like Jake Paul, then the younger fan base goes, oh, this is actually cool. Yeah. Ryan dresses well. Ryan speaks well. Ryan's funny. Ryan's dope. You know?
He's flirting with you.
Yeah.
This is a modern day.
I introduced some faces Justin Bieber. Skill of Mike Tyson.
I'm taking all the great compliments. But, the thing is, though, people don't understand is Jake Paul is probably taking better competition than probably a majority of real professional fighters.
That's a solid point.
Talk to him about that.
In their first, how many fights does he have now?
Was he 6?
I mean, the level of competition he's had.
He's been doing it 3 years, right?
In comparison to most, even myself, is way better than like I said.
Just so the audience knows, when you first start in boxing, like look at Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Tommy Fury, so he's 8-0.
Yeah, if you look
His record of the guys that he compete against coming up, and this is normal. The record's like 15 and 200. He fought one guy, not joking, who's 12 and 200. Maybe it's not for you, my man. 12 and 200. He went to like a decision with that guy. But that's how it goes. Like when you're first starting out, you want like you don't want tough fights.
Yeah.
So when people are dogging on Jake Paul, it's like for him to fight Woodley, they're like, he's not a real boxer. I know. But compared to the guys that Floyd Mayweather fought, Muhammad Ali fought in their second fight is insane.
I was reading this article.
He's stepping up faster than any of these guys.
Not even close.